Let's have a look at how to use a green screen in After Effects with the Keylight effect. So we have two layers here. Behind on the BG layer we have the background plane, and then above that we have the foreground, which is some green screen. It's in a high resolution, DNX185X is a QuickTime, so it should key well because there's lots of data for us to work with. First thing we're going to do is actually put a little bit more colour into this because it's a little bit flat. It's shot on a red camera. So we're going to go to Effects and Presets, and we're going to look for a saturation effect. It's under the colour correction category. We're going to drag that on. We'll grab the master saturation, and we're going to increase that to about 30 units. This will give us some more green, which will help improve our key. We're also going to brighten it up a bit. So I'm now going to look for a levels. So I'll just type level, and inside colour correction you'll see here, let's make that a bit bigger, you'll see this one here called levels, which I can then drag on as well. This little histogram at the top bit, you actually can set where the output white will come from. So if I drag this down, it'll make it brighter, because you're basically saying sort of anything that is at a lower white level will come out as a full white, in this case 230 units. So that's gone a bit brighter, so it should key a bit better. Let's twirl that closed so we've got more room. Next step, what we're now going to do is we're actually going to get the Keylight effect. So inside the Effects and Presets, let's type Keylight, and there is the Keylight 1.2. We now drag that onto our foreground layer. So the way to use this is, first of all, you need to sample the colour. So use the eyedropper, click near the individual but not on them, like so. That now then pulls our initial key. What we now need to do is fine-tune our key. So where it says View, if we click here and go for a combined matte, it shows us a black and white representation of how our key is being pulled. Open up the screen matte and you get some parameters here that we can adjust. We'll start by trying to tidy up the blacks. We're going to use the clip black. We'll increase the value, and that will get rid of some of those little white artifacts. Don't drive it too hard, just to the point where it cleans up. Don't have to worry about stuff off to the edge, because we will cut that out with a garbage mat. The clip white, we want to get a solid white density into there, so that we drag that down a bit, and then we end up with a solid white colour in the middle, which is what we want. Now that we've done that, we change our view back to the final result, which shows our key. There's a little bit of noise here in the blacks, and that's because the replace method is set to the soft colour. We will change that to a hard colour, and that cleans up the look inside the keyed area. The last thing we're going to do is soften off the edges of the key. That will make it look less harsh. Go to the screen softness, let's put a value of about 2, and we'll go to the screen pre-blur and do about 2 as well. Last thing what we need to do is to clean up the area on the outside. To do that, we're going to use a garbage mat. Make sure that you have the layer selected inside the layer palette. Use the pen tool. Make sure you can see the bottom of the image, and then start clicking a few points and move around the talent. He does move around a bit, so I'm going to give him a little bit of room. Go all the way off screen and then finish it off by going back to your first point. You'll see that removes the rest of it. Click away so that you can then see the key. Now it's looking pretty good. The last step for us here is to actually do a RAM preview. So we move across to the preview panel and click on RAM preview. It now goes and renders each individual frame into RAM. You can also actually see the result inside the composition panel, so you'll get an idea of whether your effect's going to work as well. We now get playback, and there we go. A pretty good looking key.